Hello, everyone. This is Doug, aka Maniac McGee, aka Ministry of Gaming. I've been around the Facebook scene for a while. Some of you might know me. But I'm really excited because it finally came. I've been so excited to reveal this to you guys. I've been working on this. It's been kind of a vision of mine for a while since I started playing this game or discovered this game. So I'm going to break down everything, show you guys what the cards look like, the deck look like. So let's get into it. So first of all, the game is called Blade. For anybody that's not familiar with it, and yeah, just look at that. This is just freaking amazing. The detail on this. The game is called Blade, and it originates from a few different games. I think it's Trails of Cold Steel is where it originates from, but a lot of the artwork and stuff that I am drawing upon comes from another game called Brandish the Dark Revenant for the PSP. So it's kind of a one that not too many people have ever heard of. So a lot of the artwork I'm using comes straight from that game, but the mechanics and everything, I'm also leaning on the Trails of Cold Steel series. So I commissioned somebody on Fiverr, somebody over in Malaysia, I believe. I can link you guys in the comments if you're interested in having him do a project for you. But really, really excited with everything he did. I mean, just look at this, the artwork on this. This is so cool. It's got the little design on the side. And this on the back. This is from the game Blade, Brandish the Dark Revenant. This is all artwork from Brandish the Dark Revenant. If you've never played that game, it's kind of a fun little game. And then they had the side game where you go into a casino and you can play this game called Get Blade. So let's open up the deck here. Now it doesn't fill up the entire deck because the game, the way that I'm playing it, it only uses 40 cards. So if it had the full deck, it'd be 52. So I'm going to try to do this one-handed here. Apologize. I didn't think too much far in advance here. Okay. Just bear with me. Get this going. Okay. All right. So this is the way the front of the card looks. And then you have the back of the card. Let's just show a bunch of them. We got 3, 1, which is the rod, which is a very important part of the game. We got 6. Yep, and each one is unique. It has its own kind of slightly different design that's based around swords. This one has a rod, which is the mechanic of the game. We use a rod. Looks like we got a 7 here. Really freaking cool. Really cool. I'm really happy with the work he did. You can see on the inside it has the design that's actually right from the game. This is from Brandish the Dark Revenant. Not exactly. There was some things that didn't get perfectly transferred over, like the border didn't go across, didn't transfer the border didn't go perfectly the way I wanted it to. You can see where it kind of doesn't go around on a lot of these. So that was the only thing I guess you could say that didn't turn out perfect. I knew that that was going to be an issue, and I just wanted to have it produced because I was so excited to get the game. But so, you know, this also is exactly from Brandish the Dark Revenant. This is the way the card would look like. Looks like we already got a 3. We got a 1, 7, another 7, a 1. Here we go. Blast. This is one of the effect cards. So let's do this here. Move all this. Okay, so we got the blast. And I'll explain what all the mechanics are and stuff here in a minute as soon as I lay the cards out. Here we go. We got a bolt. I apologize. I probably should have had this set up for you guys, but I just unboxed it and just wanted to show you straight out what everything looks like. So we're just missing a 2. Got a 2 in here somewhere. There's another effect card. I think that's all the effect cards. Pretty sure that's all of them. Here we go. We got 2. Okay, now everything's kind of set up for you guys to look at. So you have the cards 1 through 7. Let me get a nice zoom in for you so you can see the detail. 7. Then you have the effect cards: Force, Blast, Bolt, and Mirror. And here's the face part of the card, face down. And here's the box again. Yeah, just really happy with the work that he did, and also the playing card company, which I'll also link in the comments if you guys are interested in your own project or anything like that. Okay, so yeah, it's really awesome from start to finish. I'm really happy I did this. It was kind of slowly unfolded, this idea that I had about making my own card game for Blade. There is one out there that came with some video game. I don't remember the name of it. I could probably look it up, but as far as I know, this is the only custom card game for Blade out there that I know of. Maybe somebody had one done, but I think I might have one of the only copies of this known to existence in real life. So basically, the premise is you have to play the game. It's simple, but it's also strategic at the same time. You have the cards 1 through 7, and to begin, basically you have to keep trying to get a higher card value than your opponent, and that's where these come in, to use effect cards to try to prevent your opponent from getting a higher score than you. And so the way that I played it, that I drawed, I think it was 10 cards for each person for their deck, and then 10 cards for their draw pile. So each time, like let's say we both draw a card over here. The person that always has the lower card value will go first. And so then they would draw again because they have the lower card value. So they have a 7. So now they have 8. So I need to come up with either 5 points to match them, or use an effect card, or try to surpass them. So let's say I just wanted to surpass them. Well, if I just wanted to surpass them, I'd have to do a 6 or higher. So I'd have to draw like a 6 or 7. And then I'd be up ahead. But like if I wanted to use an effect card, let's say, let's just explain the effect card. So Force, what Force does is it forces your opponent to, or no, it forces your card value to double. So whatever amount you have, like let's say I have 6, then it would double the amount. So it'd be 6 times 2, which would be 12 for the amount. So that's what Force does. You have to use that kind of strategically too, because as the game progresses, you can get into a hand where the point value goes up very high. So if you're holding on to a Force card, you might have to use that strategically. Don't want to use it right away, because if you just get to a 12, then early in the game there's stuff they could do to mitigate that. But anyways, Blast, what Blast does is it randomly removes 1 card from your person's deck. So the way I figured that out in real life is, if the person is holding their deck, give them a chance to reshuffle it, and then when they're holding it, just pluck a card from their hand, put it in the discharge pile. So that's what Blast does. Bolt, what Bolt does is during the game, when you use a bolt, let's say I use a bolt on 7, then all of a sudden I can do this. Man, it's hard to really pick these up off the table. So all of a sudden now you have a value of 1. Okay, so that's what Bolt does. And what Rod does, actually Rod has an effect as well. If you have a rod in your hand, you can use that, a rod, boom, rod effect. It undoes the bolt move. So now all of a sudden you have your points back. So Rod will undo the bolt's effect. And then a mirror, what a mirror does is it basically takes your opponent hands and you swap hands. So that's basically what all the effect cards do. And that's basically how the game is played. You go back and forth until the person with the highest hand wins, and then the other person has no other option to match you. And there is some subtle things about the game that you will learn as time goes on if you play it, because it's not exactly specific. I've been playing with my girlfriend, and we kind of developed our own. Basically, took the basic premise of the game, everything, all the main mechanics of the game, and anything that seemed like it was kind of a gray area or a vague area, we incorporated a little bit of our own stuff into it. But I guess you could do that too if you wanted to. If you started playing the game and you realized that there was a more fun way to play or something. But again, there's 2 different versions of Blade. The first one that came out, there wasn't a blast or force. I think it was only bolts and mirror. And Rod has always been a part of the game, but in the Blade 2, I think that they brought into one of the Trails of Cold Steel games, they started to incorporate this part of the Blade. So I just have all the mechanics of the game, you know, and it's really fun. I'm really happy with the product, the end product. There was, you can see I had these made of plastic, so they just slide right off when you touch them. The only thing was probably just the way that the cards were finished. Like some of them aren't entirely perfect with the bordering, but other than that, I'm really not mad about it. I just love the detail and design. Super happy. I just can't believe this actually. It's done. I've been working on this for a long time, and I finally got it finished. So once again, I'll post some links when I get some stuff together, so you can see who I used. I used Fiverr. I used one specific person. I think he was in Malaysia. To do all the graphics and stuff, and then the card playing company, I think it was called MPC. I can't remember exactly what that stands for, but they did a really good job, very professional. Everything came together well. I really liked. There was some stuff towards the end that I needed their help on, graphics wise, like in Adobe or something like that, and they actually helped me with that. So yeah, really super happy. Yeah, I really can't say much more than I just am happy that I finally got this done. And if you guys ever want to play Blade, there's a few different ways. The way that I discovered it was through playing Brandish the Dark Revenant for PSP, and there's a casino part of the game where a lot of this, almost entirely everything that I draw upon is like the graphics and artist stuff is from that game. The only parts that's from Trails of Cold Steel, I believe, is the design of the effect cards. Like the effect cards looked like this in Trails of Cold Steel, and I just used this design because it looked a lot better, I think. So, other than that, I think that's it from me. just wanted to share with you guys all the stuff that I had have been working on with this card game. And I will talk to you later. Peace out. Later. Bye.